The history of the United States is a fascinating journey of discovery, revolution, expansion, and progress. From early settlements to global leadership, let's explore the key moments that shaped the nation we know today. The Age of Exploration and Colonization, 1492 to 1776. The story begins in 1492 when Christopher Columbus arrived in the Americas. Over the next century, European powers, including Spain, France, and England, established colonies. By the 1600s, the British controlled 13 colonies along the East Coast. These colonies thrived, but tensions grew due to British taxation and control. This led to calls for independence. The American Revolution and Independence, 1775 to 1783. In 1775, the American Revolution began as colonists fought for freedom from British rule. On July 4, 1776, the Declaration of Independence, written by Thomas Jefferson, was signed, marking the birth of the United States. After years of war, the U.S. won its independence in 1783 with the Treaty of Paris. In 1789, George Washington became the first president, and the U.S. Constitution was adopted, creating a democratic government. Westward expansion and Civil War? The 19th century was a time of growth. In 1803, the Louisiana Purchase doubled the size of the U.S. The idea of manifest destiny led to the expansion westward. Conflicts with Native Americans and Mexico reshaped the nation. However, a major issue divided the country: slavery. The northern states opposed it, while the South relied on it for agriculture. This led to the Civil War, 1861 to 1865, where the Union, North, led by Abraham Lincoln, fought the Confederacy, South. The North won, slavery was abolished in 1865, and Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation changed American history forever. Industrialization and immigration, late 1800s, early 1900s. The post-Civil War era brought rapid industrial growth with factories, railroads, and new technology. A wave of immigration saw millions arriving seeking the American dream. The rise of great cities like New York and Chicago defined this era, making the U.S. an economic powerhouse but also bringing challenges like labor strikes and growing inequality. World Wars and the Great Depression, 1914 to 1945. World War I, 1917 to 1918, saw the U.S. join the Allies, helping defeat Germany and reshaping global politics. The Great Depression, 1929 to 1939, led to mass unemployment and economic hardship, with President Franklin D. Roosevelt's New Deal helping rebuild the economy. In World War II, 1941 to 1945, after the attack on Pearl Harbor, the U.S. joined the war, leading the Allies to victory. The war ended in 1945 with the dropping of atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. By the end of World War II, the U.S. emerged as a global superpower. The Cold War and Civil Rights Movement, 1947 to 1991. After World War II, the U.S. and the Soviet Union entered the Cold War, a period of political and military tension. This era saw the space race, with the U.S. landing the first humans on the moon in 1969. The Civil Rights Movement, 1950s to 1960s, led by Martin Luther King Jr., ended racial segregation and promoted equal rights. By 1991, the Soviet Union collapsed, marking the end of the Cold War. The modern era, 1991-present. The U.S. remained a global leader in politics, technology, and culture. The rise of the Internet and digital revolution transformed industries. The 9/11 attacks, 2001, led to the War on Terror. Social movements, economic changes, and technological advancements continue to shape the U.S. Today, the United States is a diverse, influential nation that continues to evolve. The history of the U.S. is a story of struggle, resilience, and progress. From a small group of colonies to a global leader, its past continues to shape its future. If you enjoyed this journey through history, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more educational content.